In Week 17, as we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Eagles who come away with the home victory. The Packers are at a point now where the end of the season can't come soon enough, as they fall to 1-15 with just one game remaining. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. A 2-touchdown victory, 31-17, the final. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Out to his left. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he will have a Ravens first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now it's Jackson. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens take the
opening
kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Watts. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Watts. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
He finds his man complete. It's Horton. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now here come the Ravens.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not...
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Watts. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
A tone setter on defense. They pick off the first pass. I had to look down, but yeah, no interceptions last week, so they made up for lost time.
Boy, did they ever. And when you pick off the first pass of the game, you talk about a tone setter. Now your whole entire defense is thinking, okay, when do we get our next one? Can't wait to get back out on the field and get after them.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Watts.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeForest Buckner collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. From the gun on 3rd down, Watts. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Watts throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jenkins.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a handoff up the middle. Jenkins. And he'll get this down only to the 18. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Watts. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break. and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He finds his man, complete. It's Snyder. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Throwing to start the drive. Watts throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Adafe Owe. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Here's Willis now off the play fake.
On the move to his left. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Willis now off of play action.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
They go play action with Willis.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Willis now off play action.
That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Colts getting ready to go.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Throwing to start the drive. Watts. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Owe in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game.